Daniella Hakimi at that SF49 girl on TikTok is joining me. Daniella, how are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to get to talk to you and do this. And when you reached out to me, I was so excited because I've been listening to this station with my dad since I was a little girl. So I knew I had to get on and talk with you all about the Niners.
That's awesome. Okay, so for everybody watching this now, you'll go to her TikTok page. Massive 49ers fan. You just, I mean, your whole entire wardrobe is 49ers. Um,
Everything.
let's start with this. How did it start? And like at what age? And just take us through that.
Okay, so my dad, when he came to the country, he chose the Niners and he's been a diehard fan ever since. I was born and raised into it. I did not have a choice of any other team, nor did I want to have the choice of another team, but he raised us into it. I have one older brother, and growing up, everything was sports. My whole life was sports, and football was just like what my dad chose, and he loved the Niners and everything about it. So I mean, every game I've watched since I was a little girl, I've had 7 concussions, so so a lot of my childhood memories are gone, but the one thing that I do remember sticking through is being a Niners fan. And so as a kid, we always watched the games and went to games and did everything Niners related, and I didn't always understand the game, but I always wanted to. So like as a girl, we didn't like I didn't get to play football or anything
Right.
like that, but I was always involved in sports. I played soccer, volleyball, all that kind of stuff, and I just loved it. So as a little girl, I would sit with my dad. Like I just remember watching the game on TV and like wanting him to explain everything because I wanted to understand what was happening. So
That's
I
so
just
awesome.
I just grew up into loving the sport, and then it really brought us together as a family. And so my mom also comes to games, but it really is me, my dad, and my brother. All three of us just like bond over the Niners, and it's so awesome to be able to spend like every Sunday, every game with them, and just now that like I really understand the game, we get to like just talk and bond over that. So it's just been my whole life and my practically my whole personality, like you said, my whole wardrobe. Everybody that knows me knows that I'm a Niners fan, and it's just become everything.
So, does is your weekend completely ruined when they lose?
Completely ruined. Complete. I have a video this season that I posted where I'm like laying on the floor. And a lot of people think that's staged, but that was genuinely me. My dad picked up his phone and recorded me. I had no idea. That is like I will lay there and just be down. Like I can't I don't let I give myself the day. I always say I give myself the day and then I move on to the next week's game. But for that day, I'm down.
So take me through like a home game, from like start to finish. How early do you get there if you go? Are you going to every game? And how early do you get there? And then are there post game festivities or what do you do? How do you
Yes.
pick your outfit too?
Okay. So this season I have started a new little tradition, superstition where I actually go to Levi's and the team store the Saturday before every home game. So I have been doing that. So my weekend actually starts on Saturday. So I go to the team store, go to Levi's, hang out for a bit, and then I'll go home. And then if it is a 1 o'clock game, we leave the house at about 6:30 a.m.
Wow.
Yes, and then we line up and we tailgate before every game. So we get there, we line up on Tasman, and honestly, the party starts there. Everybody's blasting music, we're all having a good time. A lot of times we have family and friends come with us, so we'll all line up our cars together and just wait to get let into the stadium. And then once the parking lot opens, we get in there, we do our tailgate setup, and we just have a great time. I like to tailgate at our spot for a bit, and then I also walk around because through actually this social media and posting, I have met the most amazing people, like other Niner influencers, just other Niner fans. It's just a whole like family. And so I like to walk around and go see all my people and tailgate. And then once we like to head up to our seats before the game starts, I like to be in my seat watching the game, so I don't like to miss any of it. So after tailgating and taking my pictures and all that, I head into the game, and then from there on, we just watch and scream loud.
Are you like at this point getting noticed by people
Yes,
when
I
you're there?
am. And it is the craziest feeling. Like the first time someone came up to me and asked for a picture, I could not believe it. It is so amazing. Like I always say, because people will like sometimes send me DMs or comments and say, like, oh, I saw you, but I was like too nervous to come up. And I always say, meeting like everybody that interacts with my account makes my whole entire day. I love it.
Totally.
Like, that's all I want. Like I post so that I can connect with people, so when they come up and like ask for a picture or just say hi and want to talk, like I love that so much.
So we'll get into the pluses and minuses of
Yeah.
social media and TikTok and the whole bit in a minute. But
Yeah.
one of the things that I'm on Twitter a lot and I'm on TikTok.
Yeah.
The amount of women that I am friends with on Twitter that are Niner fans are just unbelievable. And
Yeah.
I've seen a couple of them, and literally I've never met them, but I'm like, oh my God, I'm like hugging.
Yes.
It's so weird. Like you see, because when you peel through and you're following somebody and you just watch their every day, you feel like you're like friends with that person,
Right. Yes.
the connection is really incredible. And by the way,
Yeah.
Laughing Monk Brewing is down the street. We do our pregame show there.
Oh, okay.
There's a free shuttle back and forth to the game, so we got to get you there
Oh,
on one of
yeah.
the home games to
I
hang
definitely
out.
check that
All
out.
right, so you went to your first road game ever, and I love the way we call it Levi South. Tell me
Levi
about
said.
that.
Yes. So it was a Thursday night game. My dad and I talked when the schedule came out. My dad and I were like, oh, like that would be a fun game to attend, but it's a Thursday night. I'm a college student. He's working. It's hard. So I ended up getting this is goes back to the concussions. I ended up getting a concussion a week and a half prior to that game. So I told my dad, I was like, look, I'm not going to be able to go. Like, it's just going to be too much. I can't take off school and all that. So he was like, okay, we're not going. That's that. It's fine. We'll watch from home. And then all my friends, all like the other Niner influencers and stuff, they're posting, they're texting me, are you coming? Like, where are you at? And it's now Wednesday, the day before the game. And I'm getting this text and I immediately look at flights. I'm like, I have to go. There's no
No
way.
way.
So it's Wednesday before the game at about like midday, like mid afternoon. I get onto flights. I find one that leaves that morning and comes back the Friday morning because I needed to be back on Friday. So I find the flight. I'm like, okay, this is perfect. I text my dad and I'm like, we're doing it. So I book my flight and then he's like, let me figure some things out. He figures it out. He books it that night. We wake up at like, I think we were like 3 a.m. We left for the airport, hopped on the flight, went straight there, went checked into the hotel, got ready super fast. That was another thing. I didn't have a game day outfit picked out. So I was a little bit freaked out. I pulled one together last second, got ready in the hotel, and then met everybody at the tailgate. And it was insane. I know we call it Levi South, so I was expecting lots of Niners fans. But when I tell you, walking through their tailgate felt like I was walking through Greenlawn. It
It's
was insane.
unbelievable.
It was insane. Like it was just like Niner setup after Niner setup after Niner setup. And what was even crazier was that I got noticed out there, I would say even more than I do here, which was insane. I was not expecting that whatsoever, but it was so amazing. And so we just went out there super last minute, bought our tickets into the game while we were tailgating because we didn't even have tickets. Like it was that last minute. But and then we went into the game, and that game was just
Oh my,
insane. Insane. My
incredible.
dad and I screamed so much. I have videos posted. I lost my voice. It was so crazy. And the whole stadium, like no exaggeration, I was sitting there, I'm being so real, was all Niner fans. Like all red. I
I'm
mean,
telling
like
you, I grew up in Chicago. I worked in Philly for 10 years. So Bears, Eagles, there is no fan base that travels better than they literally take over stadiums.
every stadium, it doesn't matter what stadium, where we're at, who we're playing, the Niner fans are there. It's insane. It's so
Okay,
crazy.
couple rapid fire questions.
Okay.
Um, Favorite player on the team right now?
Right now would have to be Fred Warner.
That's mine.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
So heartbreaking, but
I was literally almost in tears. Like I love obviously the great players. He's just such a great guy, just so genuine, and
exactly.
like it was just literally like gut wrenching. I'm watching
It
him.
was when he went down and they said 54 Fred Warner, I went down and I didn't get back up. I
Yeah.
was heartbroken.
Um, Favorite player of all time?
My favorite player of all time since I was a little girl is Patrick Willis.
Oh,
He is like the main reason I am where I am. I met him this off season and I got to tell him everything I'm doing and all that. And he was my first jersey, and like every sports number that I picked as a player was 52. Everything to my name was 52, and he just like the person he is, the type of player he is, just that like just who he is was everything I loved as an athlete. So also a big reason I'm a Niners fan.
um, give me a favorite moment, and it doesn't have to be like championship game or whatever, but favorite moment with your dad, other than the Rams game, which we just talked about. But can you remember one that you guys just like literally were like the whole thing about being with your dad and these type of
Yeah.
things? Give me a moment.
So it's actually a funny story. I always think about this moment. It was the playoff game against the Packers. And we were sitting, it was raining. And I mean, that was like the game, we were down and then we came back. So while we were down, I mean, we were still screaming, right? Like we were in it. And Jawan Jennings caught a third down, and I love Jawan Jennings, like the third and Jawan. That's always been
Yep.
my thing. So that game, my dad, I have a video. My best friend actually came to the game. She recorded it, and we're sitting. We have ponchos on. I'm standing. My dad's sitting next to me, and it was like so much rain we could barely see. And all of a sudden, Jawan catches the pass, and everyone's like in shock. And I look at my dad, I like go like this, and I'm like, third and Jawan, and I just scream third and Jawan at him, and he's just like in shock. But that moment we just loved because it was like such a real interaction, and I just like we both couldn't believe it, and I just kept screaming third and Jawan at him. And in the video it's so funny because it looks like I'm just yelling at my dad, but I'm
Right.
like, Jawan did it, like it was Jawan. So just moments like that of like getting to like share the game in that way, like I fully understand what's happening, and like he just loves that I get into it the same way he does.
So cool.
So moments like that. And then another one would be when we won the NFC championship at home. We were both in tears watching that together because it was finally like we made it moment. Like we were both there at the game. It just like it felt so amazing to like share that, and like the confetti falling and just like being there with my dad. It was just so surreal.
Yeah, I mean, I'm from Chicago. When the Cubs won the World Series, I just never forget. My dad was asleep because it was like 1 or 2 in the morning on the East
Yeah.
Coast. He's in Cape Cod, and I called him next day, and I just like literally, my wife recorded me crying on my knees when they
Yes.
first out. And there's just something like that's why we are the fans that we are.
Yes,
And then
yes,
sharing that, and obviously losing the 2 Super Bowls is just gut wrenching. And
gut
the injury
wrenching.
this year has just been totally brutal. But hopefully
Oh,
they can come back
yeah,
and make, at least make the playoffs. Um,
yeah,
I want to end. This has been so great, and I really appreciate your time. I want to end just talking about social media and
yeah.
specifically TikTok. What are your thoughts in general? I mean, it's supposed to be something like, I think what you do is what it's all about. Like you're having fun and showing your excitement over a team and your passion, and people are interacting with you. Do you get negative comments? How do you deal with those?
I definitely get negative comments. I get comments from like other fan bases that are being negative about the Niners, which I expect, right? That's what it's all about. We're gonna go at it in that way. But there is times where I'll get comments about being like a bandwagon or a fake fan, or I don't understand the sport and all that. And I truly like none of it gets to me. I truly ignore all of that because I know what I'm doing. Like I have like this has been my life before posting on social media.
Yep.
I'm a diehard Niners fan, whether people want to accept it or not. Like I understand the game. It's my life. So when I see those types of comments, it honestly just like I remember the good comments and the support I get, and I'm like, those people know what I'm doing and that I'm being real. And I truly just post what I would be doing with or without the camera. So I try and really stay real to myself and not force anything. And that's the way I do it. So when I see those comments, I don't let them get to me because I know what I'm doing is true to myself. And if it's a comment attacking the Niners, of course I'm going to back up my team. That's my
Sure.
team. So I go back at those sometimes, but the ones that are to me personally, I truly fully ignore them.
That's amazing, because I know it's hard and there's a lot of people that struggle with it, and there's people that are just miserable in their lives that love to just take shots at people for no reason. And
Yeah.
I think you handle it very, very well. Can't thank you enough. I'm going to see you at some point at Laughing
Yes.
Monk, and definitely want to meet you, and hopefully they'll make a run. We'll see what happens. 6-4. We got Arizona this week. Got Arizona, Cleveland, and Tennessee in the next 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, those should be wins, and that
That's
gets us to 9.
I think they're winnable games. I stay faithful. I think we got it.
Awesome. Hey, thanks so much for your time. This was
Thank
awesome.
you.
Go Niners.
Yes, go Niners.